Chuck Words for the USA back here on our new little series on my YouTube channel, The Truth. Talk about principles, and philosophy, kind of to a degree, behind the true essence of liberty and arguing for it and other things related to that. Now, you'll find when I usually have an episode, I have it because I come across something in conversation that I've thought before, I've said before, but I'm reiterating it now to you because it's come up again and this series is going on. And this time it's cliches. I personally hate the word cliche. I read something on a YouTube video the other day, a comment section, not somebody else's video I was watching, about how objectivism is this crock of you-know-what and stuff like that. And, like, I mean, basically, they just advocating the sheltering of humanity from reality. And how Ayn Rand the video was about Atlas Shrugged. Ayn Rand is an idiot and objectivism is foolish. But going back, I was like, what are we supposed to do? Wipe the poor babies' butts their whole lives and feed them and take care of them cradle to grave, and never have people acknowledge reality? So that's all objectivism is. It's saying that you can acknowledge reality without your emotions or anything put into it. Just real truth. What you see in front of you. A is A, like Ayn Rand said. The rock will always be a rock. It is what it is. You have to look at it like that. And don't put your personal stuff into it because then you mess it up. Now you're interpreting it and you're a flawed individual because we all are. We're imperfect. But cliche, see, that's something liberals like to attack the truth, like to validate what the reality of the world is, because their beliefs don't have anything to do with reality. They're grounded in things like good intentions, like criminals turning in guns when we make gun control laws, but they already break laws, so why would they do that? It's illogical. It's a fallacy of logic. Just liberalism is in general, and cliches is one of those ways they use to attack truth. You'll hear liberals say all the time, well, that's what everybody says. You're a stupid girl, ditzy girls. Well, that's what everybody says. You'll hear a bunch of people say about a bunch of different things. That's just cliche. That's what everybody says. And see, what that does is basically you're just giving yourself an out. You're letting yourself say, well, I'm not going to acknowledge the reality of the world. Because there's a reason everybody says a cliche. There's a reason the cliche is a cliche by definition. It's because a lot of people say it. But why do a lot of people say certain things? There's those phrases that you always hear, and they're cliche, but you always hear them. Why? Because they're true. These things are cliches because they're said a lot, but they're said a lot because they're true. But when we call it a cliche, we devalue it so that it's somehow less relevant or doesn't carry the weight it did before. And even if you don't acknowledge, like you haven't realized this was happening, that is, and think about it. And next time you hear somebody say that's cliche, or you have somebody say, oh, that's what everybody says. Think about how, well, yeah, but it's true though. And I dare you to find a situation where somebody that comes up and it's not true. It always is because that person just doesn't want to acknowledge what everybody always says, and everybody always says because it's true. We have to fight this because liberalism wants to take the truth and separate us from it because it is the only way in which it exists. Because if you interject the truth, reality into like progressivism, liberalism, it's like putting, like some new super freaking like vaccine into a cancer cell. It just goes, poof, it explodes. Who knows? I mean, hopefully we can have that someday. But either way, it'd be the equivalent to that. That's what putting truth and reality into liberalism does, or progressivism. It implodes it from the freaking ground floor and progressively, boom, 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 up the structure. It destroys it at the base floor, and nothing else can stand after that. They can't have truth and believe in what they believe in because it doesn't. Their beliefs don't exist in reality in any point in time in history in a working way. Every time it fails. So always beware. Whenever you have something that is somebody's minimizing, or they're telling you, yeah, they hear that all the time, or they're saying this or that, look at it for what it is. It's an attack on the truth. It's an attack on reality, or at least your ability to discern it. They're questioning that. You say something, it's the truth. They call it a cliche, and they're saying they're muddying it up for everybody else, denying the truth to themselves, and giving you. If you go along with it too much, and you let it happen in too many places, it will take away your own ability to discern the truth. If not that, it'll at least take away the moral ground, the high ground you have to stand on, and speak the truth because you've not lived it. So always watch out whenever somebody calls something a cliche. All they're doing you is telling you, well, that's just reality. Don't listen to it. Tell me how that's going to work out for you.